This legendary Formula One driver was the youngest to win a Grand Prix at just 18 years old, and this one made a miraculous comeback to finish fourth after a near career-ending crash. Some rookies stunned the world from their very first race. These are incredible stories of talent, determination, and pure passion. So let's take a look at the first glimpses of glory, the most unforgettable Formula One debuts. Let's start with Max Verstappen. When Max joined Toro Rosso in 2015, he was only 17 years old, making him the youngest driver ever to debut in Formula One. People were skeptical about his age, but Max quickly proved them wrong. In his first race at the Australian Grand Prix, he drove with the skill and calm of a seasoned pro. Although he didn't finish the race due to an engine failure, his performance that weekend showed everyone his incredible potential. Just a year later, in 2016, Max made history by winning the Spanish Grand Prix, becoming the youngest driver to win an F1 race. This win was real. Max showed amazing talent, overtaking experienced drivers and staying cool under pressure. His bold driving style and fearless overtakes soon made him a fan favorite. Now, as a multiple world champion with Red Bull, Max continues to dominate the track, showing that his early promise was just the start. His career has been truly remarkable, and his debut remains a highlight in Formula One history. Next up is Johnny Herbert, whose debut is truly inspiring. In 1988, Herbert had a terrible crash during a Formula 3000 race at Brands Hatch, leaving his legs badly injured. Doctors even thought about amputating them. But Herbert's determination and resilience got him through a tough recovery process. Amazingly, less than 6 months later, he made his F1 debut with Benetton at the 1989 Brazilian Grand Prix. Even though he was still in pain and recovering, Herbert finished in an incredible fourth place. Competing at such a high level under those conditions was nothing short of a miracle. His debut showed not only his driving talent, but also his incredible mental and physical strength. Throughout his career, Herbert was a beloved figure in the paddock, and his story continues to inspire many in the motorsport community. His debut race is a perfect example of his unbreakable spirit and passion for racing. When Lewis Hamilton debuted for McLaren in 2007, he made an immediate impact. With a successful junior career, including winning the GP2 championship, he was already on everyone's radar. In his first race at the Australian Grand Prix, he finished third, an impressive feat given the competition and the pressure. What made it even more remarkable was that he was racing alongside two-time world champion Fernando Alonso, adding to the challenge. Hamilton's debut season turned out to be one of the most successful rookie campaigns in F1 history. He secured 4 wins and stood on the podium 12 times, finishing second in the championship, just 1 point behind Kimi Räikkönen. Hamilton's debut season was a clear sign that a new star had arrived in Formula One. Since then, he's broken numerous records, including the most career wins and pole positions. Hamilton has not only lived up to the expectations, but has far exceeded them, becoming one of the greatest drivers in the sport's history. Next is Jacques Villeneuve, the son of the legendary Gilles Villeneuve, who had an amazing debut in 1996 with Williams. Villeneuve came into Formula One with big expectations, already known for winning the Indianapolis 500 and the kart championship. In his first F1 race in Australia, he grabbed pole position and led most of the race, but an oil leak forced him to finish second. His debut season was extraordinary. Villeneuve won 4 races, stood on the podium 11 times, and finished second in the championship, just missing out on the title to his teammate Damon Hill. The following year, Villeneuve won the World Championship, securing his place in F1 history. His debut showed his incredible talent and determination, quickly making him one of the sport's most exciting drivers. But there's also the next driver. Giancarlo Baghetti's debut in 1961 is truly legendary. Racing for Ferrari at the French Grand Prix in Reims, Baghetti won his very first official F1 race as something no one else has ever done. What makes his victory even more impressive is that he was up against some of the greatest drivers of the time, like Dan Gurney and Jim Clark. Baghetti's debut showed off his raw talent and his ability to handle the pressure of top-level racing. While his career didn't soar as high as his debut suggested, with only a few more points finishes, that first race remains a highlight in F1 history. Baghetti's story reminds us just how unpredictable and thrilling Formula One can be, with new heroes emerging when we least expect it. Next, Jean Alesi made his debut at the 1989 French Grand Prix with Tyrrell in a rather unexpected way. He was called up just days before the race to replace an injured driver. Despite this sudden change, he started from 16th on the grid and fought his way up to finish in 4th place. His aggressive and fearless driving style quickly won over many fans, making his debut one of the most memorable in F1 history. Alesi's career was full of brilliant moments, like his famous win at the 1995 Canadian Grand Prix with Ferrari. But it was his debut that truly showed his potential and established him as a driver to watch. From the start, Alesi's passion and determination were clear. His career, although sometimes frustrating, was always exciting and dramatic. In 2002, Mark Webber made his debut with Minardi at the Australian Grand Prix. Even though he was driving for one of the smallest and least funded teams, Webber managed to finish 5th, holding off a faster Toyota in the final laps. This result was especially impressive given Minardi's limited resources. Webber's performance earned him a standing ovation from the home crowd and marked the beginning of a successful F1 career. Over the years, Webber became known for his consistency and speed, eventually securing 9 Grand Prix wins with Red Bull Racing. His debut remains a standout moment, showing his talent and determination to succeed against the odds. But this next driver's debut was equally as impressive. Pedro Rodriguez's debut with Ferrari at the 1961 Italian Grand Prix was unbelievable. At Monza, the young Mexican qualified 2nd, just a 10th of a second behind the pole sitter. He was running 3rd in the race before a fuel pump issue forced him to retire. Rodriguez's debut showed his raw talent and potential, which he continued to demonstrate throughout his career. Rodriguez went on to achieve notable success in both Formula One and sports car racing. His versatility and skill made him a respected figure in the racing world. His debut race at Monza remains a highlight, showing that he had the ability to compete with the best right from the start. Kevin Magnussen's debut for McLaren in 2014 was another standout moment. At the Australian Grand Prix, Magnussen qualified 4th and finished the race in 3rd, which later became 2nd after Daniel Ricciardo's disqualification. This debut performance highlighted Magnussen's skill and adaptability, earning him a place among the great F1 debuts. Magnussen's career has had its ups and downs, but his debut showed that he had the potential to be a top driver in the sport. His aggressive and determined driving style has won him many fans, and his debut remains a key moment in his career. Finally, we have Stoffel Vandoorne, who made his debut with McLaren at the 2016 Bahrain Grand Prix, all while filling in for the injured Fernando Alonso. Vandoorne finished in 10th place, earning a point and impressing everyone with his calm and composed driving. His debut gave us a glimpse of his potential and marked him as a driver to watch. Since then, Vandoorne's career has taken him to various racing series, where he has continued to show his talent and versatility. His debut in Bahrain remains a significant moment, proving his ability to step up to the challenge and perform under pressure. Each of these drivers showed that they have what it takes to compete at the highest level, right from their very first race. Whether it's through sheer talent, determination, or overcoming incredible odds, these rookies have left an unforgettable mark on the sport. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click on the next one for more exciting F1 content.